Hey everybody, so this has been a video that I've been wanting to make for a while now, and it's for the show SuperNatural. Thank you. Everybody who's a part of that show, thank you very much. Anybody, the fans, everybody who's watched, just thank you guys. Like, that show, first of all, when I first went to New Orleans, it's the only time I've been there. When I went to New Orleans to meet Pops, he asked me, one of the questions, it was kind of when we were first getting to know each other, like in the first week or weeks of us living on the streets together, he asked me, he's like, have you seen the show SuperNatural? And I was like, no. And he was like, huh. But that always stuck with me. I was like, he asked me about a show. I love, hey birdies, I love movies and shows and actors and all this so much, and yet this guy, he's 7 years younger. Pops is 7 years younger than me too. So for him to be aware of this show and to ask me, and for me not to know what he's talking about, like I didn't even know at all what he was talking about. It stuck with my head. I was like, oh, he asked me about this show, and then we carried on, and then I left New Orleans, and stuff happened with him, and and then I was in Oregon, and right when that the sickness came down, I saw that SuperNatural was on Netflix, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot. I think I started it beforehand. Like I think I did try watching it first initially when I'd gotten back from New Orleans, and I didn't like it because I thought it was kind of cheesy. But then I watched it once that sickness thing started happening, and I actually started to really enjoy it. I really, really started to enjoy it. I think around the third season when they introduced Castiel, which is the angel, which is with Sam and Dean throughout the whole show. And it was something about just that angelic presence and just the incorporation of like Sam and Dean as hunters, and then bringing in the divine side and seeing the angels, the way they showed the angels and the demons. Like, I really think they did an amazing job with that show. The way they portrayed God, oh man, it's interesting. It's especially from my perspective, because I met him. And so it's like to see both of them, like they actually kind of look alike, but Pops, he's much more of a warrior than the dude they choose to pick, the guy who played God. But the dude they picked to play him did a really good job. I want to give my hat off to that gentleman. He did a good job playing God. But he didn't have quite the same, he doesn't have the same warrior mentality that Pops has. Pops he's not to be fucked with when it comes to fighting, let me tell you that. But anyway, that show, man, has inspired me throughout all of this to continue on. Like, I can't tell you how many hours I've spent researching Hemp, researching the project, just staying inspirational, staying motivational, just having it on the background while I'm working out, while I'm thinking, while I'm drawing, while I'm reading, while I'm writing. That's been the show that I've had playing in the background for like the past 3 years. I'm now on like my third time of rewatching the whole 15 seasons, and each season's got like 20 episodes. So it's a whole saga, man. I mean, it literally is. And there's a lot of truth in that show. Like, they get into rituals, they get into using artifacts. They're telling you how things are really done in a lot of different ways. But they also mislead you. That's why, like, the God thing, like him, like God being like, humanity, just blah, 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 like, and the word, and him being like you could tell that they planted some seeds in there to divert people away from God's will and try to get the power back to man. But the thing about that show, that even though they did that, they still focused on the love that Sam and Dean had for humanity and for doing the right thing, for the sacrifice, for doing the good work, for putting their lives on the line to save other people. They were they did a very good job emphasizing that, focusing on that. And they also did a very good job of talking about just family and like brotherhood and the drama that goes in between and how important it is, but also how much fights happen, and just it felt really real, because that is how life is, bro. Like, families, like my family, like we've been fighting all the fucking time, but we still love each other. Me and my brother aren't as close as I'd like us to be, but I still yearn for that day, and I still hope for that day, and I still want that day to happen. And that show inspires me to be a better brother. It always has been. When I first started watching, I felt really bad because I saw Dean, and he's a perfect example. I mean, he's a great example for a big brother, man. He's always there trying to support Sam. He's leading him the right way. He's inspiration. He comes off as a very good big brother, And then there was a time when I couldn't even tell my brother what he needed to hear as a big brother because I was so fucked up in my own head. So again, it's just more of that good example of that love, that real brotherly love, of really just being real to a motherfucker, even if it's gonna bug them and hurt their feelings or this or that. You still just tell them what they need to hear to help them grow, instead of just stuff that they want to hear to appease the situation, so you don't got to deal with no bullshit you don't want to deal with. which is where I was at for a very long time. Most of my life, I've been that placating character who just kind of goes along with the shit because I don't want to upset things. That's why I've kept my mouth shut for so long, because it's like what I have to say is going to upset the whole order of like everything. So, you know, shout out to Sam and Dean, man, and Jared, Jensen Eccles. Oh, wait, I get it mixed up. There's 2 J names. There's Jared and Jensen, and one of them's a Polish last name. That's Sam. I think it's Jared Podolski and Jensen Eccles. Yeah, Jensen's Dean and Jared is Sam. So thank you guys. You guys did a great show. Did a great job of the show. Everybody too. Castiel. I mean, the dude who played Aleister Crowley, the dude who played Lucifer, all like the guy who played God. I mean, even all the like they even brought in like little like actors that just played little side roles, and they played these side roles like perfectly. It was like, where did you pull these dudes out? Like, I've never seen them in anything else, but they did a really, really, really good, authentic, like, there's a lot of passion in that show. Like, I really felt like the people that were involved in that show really loved to do that work, really loved working on that show. Like, it felt like a real family type bond with that show. So, thank you. You know, I wouldn't be here without that show and you guys being the examples that you are, to spread the inspiration, and the writers. Thank you for all the great writing and the thinking. And again, you guys twerked the God thing a little bit, but you all got to do what you got to do. But you still did a good job perpetuating the love. So my hat goes off to you for that. So, all right, you know, there's probably gonna be more about SuperNatural because I love that show. I haven't seen anything else like it, and so yeah, if y'all are looking for anything inspirational or encouraging, that's something that helped get me through some hard times. So maybe it could help you. All right, I love you guys. Y'all take care. Bye.